Good evening and welcome to the newly named Route 66 Stadium in downtown Springfield. We got Texas League baseball for you tonight. The Springfield Cardinals, AA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals, taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks, the AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. It's the fifth game of a six-game series. A beautiful weekend here. We're celebrating the moms. It's Mother's Day weekend, and we're so happy to have you all with us. With Sully Engels, Jason Schwartz here, and an exciting one tonight, Sully. We got two teams. They've played 4 games this series. They've split the first 4, 2-2, and tonight the Cardinals send their top prospect to the mound, Liam Doyle.
Yeah, Liam Doyle. The second time we're seeing him here on the broadcast on the Ozark CW and the Matrix Midwest. He's the guy for St. Louis in the future. Someone they expect to be the top of the rotation, and he's been better kind of since we last saw him on the broadcast against Midland. Picked it up there last week a lot better. 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, so hopefully it carries over tonight.
Yeah, and today Doyle named the top prospect in the Cardinals organization now that J.J. Weatherholt has graduated out of that. Great to see some good weather here tonight. We had a wild night last night. 42-minute rain delay at the start of the game, and then in the middle of the 8th inning, a 41-minute rain delay, which ended up ending the game. Corpus Christi won it 11-8 in 8 innings.
Yeah, kind of a strange circumstance there, but you get out here to a beautiful day. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. You couldn't ask for a better kind of rendition out here on Saturday baseball.
Yeah, well, for the Springfield Cardinals, they come in at 10-21. They're trying to get hot. They got a couple of big weeks coming up on the road at Tulsa, at Arkansas. Those are the two teams ahead of them in the division.
Yeah, you want to finish strong here. These 2 games are critical for them. You get out of here 4-2, you feel a lot better than a split or 2-4 on the other side. So a little home cooking tonight, hopefully for them. Get the bats going, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're just getting started here. Liam Doyle on the mound. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the starting lineups, the first pitch. We'll have it all coming up for you right after this. And welcome back, everybody, to Route 66 Stadium. Just about ready to go. The anthem has been sung, and let's jump into the starting lineup for the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks, who come in at 15-16. They'll have the catcher leading off, Will Bush. Max Holy bats second at shortstop. Trevor Austin out of Mizzou. He bats third and plays third base. Joseph Sullivan hitting cleanup. He's homered in each of the last 2 games. He's in center field. Yamal Encarnacion hitting at fifth and right. Tyler Whitaker bats 6th as the DH. Garrett Guillemette hitting 7th. He plays first. Luis Baez in left field. And rounding out the order, Alberto Hernandez.
Let's go see if we can follow up with a little bit of pitching from last night after an 11-run performance through 8 innings. Liam Doyle on the mound for Springfield, as we mentioned before, and I would say the last about 6 innings for him have been very good, kind of what the Springfield and, of course, St. Louis Cardinals imagine from their top prospect now in the organization.
It's been an interesting series here. We talked during the open about the weather. On Tuesday, the game was postponed, so they played Wednesday. It was a wild, sloppy game, a total of 8 errors. Cardinals won that game 10-6. Then they played a doubleheader Thursday, and it was pitching that won the day that day. Cardinals won game 1 4-3. Then the Hooks got them back in the second game 4-2. And last night, just a wild one here. Again, the game delayed by rain, 42 minutes at the start, and then ended by rain in the middle of the 8th inning. And it was a wild, sloppy game, back and forth, 11-8.
And it's just kind of one of those weeks that is the peak of minor league baseball. You had a kids game earlier in the week, an early game, a doubleheader, a rain delay. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But here we are on Saturday. Beautiful day for baseball here at Route 66 Stadium.
Well, Sully said it just a moment ago. Liam Doyle much better his last time out. Season high, 4 1/3. Only allowed 2 hits, 1 run. He struck out 5, only walked 1 against Northwest Arkansas. We're ready to go. And first pitch, that'll wake you up all the way to the backstop.
Starting things off with a bang there in a certain way. The last time out for him, the fastball got better as the game went along, but it was really the breaking stuff that was leaving up in the zone that was the issue. So good command tonight on all pitches, and good things happen.
Yeah, buzzing the tower right there to get things going. Now he comes down and away with another fastball, and he's quickly behind a Will Bush, left-handed hitter, 2-0. Doyle delivers, and he falls behind 3-0. 21-year-old, the 5th overall pick last year out of the University of Tennessee. Pitched at Ole Miss the year before that. And now the Cardinals' top prospect. comes in with a strike. It's that one over the inside corner. Ian Durkin, the home plate umpire, calling the balls and strikes. Caden Gustafson, the umpire at first, the crew chief on this Texas League umpiring crew. Tyler Hovick at third. Bush, next pitch, swings and lines one to left center field. That's down for a base hit. That pitch up and out of the zone.
Yeah, impressive hitting there. I don't know if that was the pitch to swing at 3-1, but saw the fastball that he liked and he took it the other way right there. Especially after seeing a couple pitches that weren't too close to the zone, staying ready like that is not an easy thing to do.
And that'll bring up Max Holy. Max was called up by Houston from IA Asheville at the beginning of this series, made his Double-A debut on Wednesday, and he's had 3 multi-hit games out of the 4 he's played. Boyle misses upstairs again.
Just 6 pitches in, but it kind of seems like everything's been missing except for the hit right there. Arm side, high and in to lefties, away to righties. You know, not a pitching expert, but you want to get out in front and finish that pitch too.
Well, he's got a runner at first, the 1-0. And there's a strike. That one up at the very top of the strike zone. Doyle's 2 strikes he's had called have been on the very edge of the strike zone so far.
And no ABS in the minors there, although I don't they use a challenge this early.
Doyle ready, and the 1-1. There's a foul back. It's funny you say no ABS in Double-A. They've got it in Triple-A, but I've seen a few players this season. They'll go to their helmet. I mean, they know there's no ABS, but I think that's kind of their way of saying to the umpire, hey, I'd challenge that one if I could.
Very subtle, but it's noted.
Doyle looking for a strikeout, the 1-2. And the count evens. 97 miles per hour on that fastball. That's the hardest one he's thrown so far.
Velocity not the issue right now at all. I mean, he's pumping out there, and you can tell he's trying to attack right now. It's just kind of find the lower half of that zone.
Next pitch from Doyle, and he tied him up. He strikes out Holy. There's the first breaking ball we've seen from him, and that was a beauty. Slider down and in. Or I think actually that was the splitter.
That was filthy. At the back foot right there. Couldn't put that pitch in a better place if you walked it up to the plate. I mean, that's a sword if you follow a pitching ninja at all right there.
So runner at first base with 1 out. And the batter now, Trevor Austin. Austin out of Mizzou. Had a big night last night, hit a couple of home runs. Now with 6 on the season, 14 runs batted in. Runner at first base with 1 away.
Another good pitch right there. You know, when you got a righty in the box, if you can get to that lower inside part of the zone with the breaking stuff, you got a lot of success, and he's done that back-to-back pitches now.
And that was the slider. Beautiful pitch. Doyle set, 1-1. Here he comes and catches the outside corner with the slider. It's 1-2. So for Liam, we know he's got a great fastball, and you move up from the college ranks. Doyle really only pitched in 1 game lower than Double-A. This is really his first full season. So he's trying to find success with the off-speed pitches and secondary pitches in professional baseball. Trying to strike out back-to-back hitters. Misses inside with a fastball, 98 that time.
I think that's the big key for him. You nailed it right there. Those secondary pitches, you know, he's got the fastball, as you mentioned, plays at any level, but the more pitches you can throw, command, and throw the way that he's capable of, the better you're going to be at the next level.
Bush takes his lead, the 2-2. He got him swinging. Austin down on a slider. And there's 2 down with a runner at first. Here comes Joseph Sullivan.
I mean, there's just not much you can do about that. I think this is, in a small little sample size here, the best you can see of Liam Doyle. The fastball pumping, working off the breaking pitches. I mean, good luck if you're at the dish tonight and he's locked in like that.
Well, truly, I mean, from what we've seen all season from him, looks like the breaking stuff is the best we've seen so far here in this first inning. Left-handed hitter Sullivan. First pitch fouls it off.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about his last start, or I guess 2 starts ago on the broadcast against Midland. A lot of hard hit against him on those breaking pitches up in the zone, but you see him burying him here tonight in pitchers counts. And I mean, like I said, just not a lot you can do with that when you're at the plate.
Sullivan, a leadoff home run in yesterday's game. He homered in the first inning of Game 2 on Thursday as well. So back-to-back games with a home run. He leads the Hooks with 7.
Even that right there, that's a close miss and a great pitch. I mean, bottle that up, do it again every single time if you can.
Doyle's making his 6th start of the season. First time he's pitched against the Hooks. Here's the 1-1. And that ball driven to right. Davis coming on and almost overran it. But Chase Davis able to jump up and bring it down to end the inning.
The top spin on that ball, right at you, sun in your eyes. Not an easy play to make.
Liam Doyle gives up a leadoff hit, strikes out 2. Cardinals come to the plate, and here's how they stack up under manager Patrick Anderson. Mendlinger leading off at second, Ugetto in center, then Chase Davis. Zach Levinson in the cleanup spot, Trey Page, Travis Honeyman, Jeremy Rivas, Chase Atkinson, and Grayson Tarlow to round it out. And on the mound for the Corpus Christi Hooks, right-hander Brett Gillis. He comes in 0-1, a 5.14 ERA. He's making his 6th start of the season. Mendlinger takes a strike on the inside corner. Noah hitting .242. A couple of home runs, 13 runs batted in. Appearing in part of his 4th season here with Springfield. He's been a fan favorite. Swings here, lines one to first. Guillemette able to reach down and grab it, 1 down.
That's hit hard right there, just right at the first baseman. Got the pitch he was sitting on a bit, hammered it.
He got the curveball there from Gillis. So Mendlinger is out. Now Miguel Ugetto to the plate. Ugetto batting .267 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. He's been one of the best in the Cardinals lineup this season. And he's been one of the best in the league as far as stealing bases. He's 16 out of 17, tied for first place in the Texas League. Swings here and drives one to deep left field. Back on it, Baez. He's out of room. It's off the manual scoreboard. Ugetto's 2nd of the year with a little bit of flair as well.
A big-time bat flip. Who needs to steal bases when he can just get all 4 at once? Spring cards through 2 batters on the pitcher. Another breaker. Hammer to left field. No doubt about that one. I wish we could show the bat flip again.
Ugetto enjoying his moment. He gets the Cards on the board in the bottom of the 1st inning. And his numbers, now 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, they really don't tell the story of his production. As Chase Davis stands in, 1st-round pick of the Cardinals in 2023. Davis in his 3rd season here with Springfield, his 2nd full season.
Back on Ugetto too, just a guy that you want to see at the next level, kind of the athletes that they're building for the St. Louis Cardinals at the major league level. Chase Davis too. Oh, I think it's just one of those things where Ugetto's got all the skill in the world. It's just kind of putting it all together. That's the toughest part about it. And the bat flip, I mean, that's major league grade right there. 80 grade, if you want to call it that.
Here's the 1-1 down and into Davis. Ugetto certainly does have 80 grade swag. Chase Davis, he's another guy with good swag as well. We saw him catch that line drive at the end of the top of the 1st inning. He's fantastic defensively, and when he connects, everyone knows about it. And we got a pitch clock violation.
Got to be quicker than that. Yeah, Davis is a guy that's almost kind of blockaded at the next levels above him because of the talent in the Cardinals system. 1st rounder, a guy who's been here for a minute, but when everything's working for him, he can play the game the right way.
Well, he's in the driver's seat. Here's the 3-1. Fouls it back, full count at 3-2. I mean, there's no doubt Davis would be the first to tell you that he'd like to improve on his numbers, hitting .204 to start the year. Does have a team high 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in, but the Cardinals and Davis himself looking, I think, for more consistency at the plate. Standing in with a 1-0 lead for the Cards after the Ugetto homer. And he takes ball 4, and that's something he's done very well this year. Ugetto, the team leader in walks, and he's top 10 in the Texas League.
Good patience there from Davis. easy to see that home run in front of you and get a little excited at the dish, even when you get into a hitter's count like that. But working a walk, a free 90 is always going to be a good thing.
Well, that'll bring up Zach Levinson with a runner at first base. The catcher, Bush, goes out to the mound to talk with Gillis here. Gillis, after giving up the home run to Ugueto, maybe a little bit rattled. Maybe they're talking about signs. Who knows? As Levinson gets ready to dig in. He had a big swing on Thursday during the doubleheader. The Cardinals actually were no hit into the 4th inning. And with 2 out and nobody on, an error and a walk put 2 on. And then Levinson got the first hit of the game, a 3-run homer to go up 3-2. Cardinals ended up winning that game. First home run of the season for Levinson. First pitch here, up and in. Davis started from first, then stopped.
Up and down this lineup, too. I mean, there's a lot of guys think Levinson's a good example. Dude that certainly has the juice. He's got the pop. It's just kind of putting together through these first 40, 50 games of the season.
Gillis deals. And that pitch missed just below the zone. It's ball 2, 2-0.
This zone so far favoring the upper part of it, those low strikes no one's really gotten quite yet, which you don't love if you're a pitcher, but you know you got to adjust.
Check swing, foul. And that went all the way up above the sweet level.
I mean, that's impressive on a check swing. That one going to lucky mom here on Mother's Day weekend, hopefully.
Well, good crowd on this Saturday night. Great crowd last night for Star Wars night. And then this weekend, Mother's Day. Tonight is Nurses Night. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Last night, they also gave away replica championship rings. Tonight, a championship T-shirt, the Cardinals 2025 Texas League champs.
I was most impressed by Chewbacca umpiring before the game.
Here's the 3-1. And that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Gillis, and you can see him talking to himself in his glove. He's upset with himself. And that'll bring up Trey Page. You know, one guy not in the Cardinal lineup tonight who would be batting right around this spot is Ryan Campos. He's getting the night off. The Cardinals starting catcher this year, and he's their hottest hitter right now. Page slides up into the 5 spot. We'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 1 out.
I would hope that the benches in the dugout are not made of wood, because they may catch fire if Rivas has a seat. I mean, this guy is sizzling right now. You kind of seen last broadcast too. I can't remember who it was. We had someone had a great night. Next day they're on the bench. I think it was Chase Davis actually. Sometimes it just works that way.
So goes in the minor leagues. It's all on a schedule. 0-1 pitch from Gillis. And Page has a 1-1 count. Gillis up to 17 pitches now. He got the first out. Mendlinger lined sharply to first. Then Ugueto hit the home run. Davis and Levinson with back-to-back walks. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Page one up after a high cutter, and it's 1-2.
He was not happy about taking that hack right there. I think that was kind of something he saw early, committed, and quickly realized it was not something he wanted to swing at.
You know, walks have not been a big issue for Gillis this season, just 6 in 21 innings coming in. He's already walked 2 here. 2 on, 1 out, and they count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and Page lines it to center. Base hit. Davis hits third, getting waved home. The throw in, cut off. Davis standing up. It's 2-0 Cards.
Chase Davis really didn't even get that good read out of the bat of that ball. You can kind of see it here. He freezes on the line, even though it's kind of a clear single, but the speed right there gets him home. Center field arm left a little bit desired right there, so he's in standing, no problem.
Levinson up to second. And here's Travis Honeyman. Cardinals off to a good start. Yesterday we saw the Cardinals get off to a quick start offensively as well. Problem for them was so did the Hooks. And it was one of those wild back and forth games. Cardinals trailed 3-0, tied at 3-3, trailed 4-3, tied at 4-4. They were up 7-4 and then eventually lost it 11-8. Honeyman swings and lines a base hit. Levinson getting waved home. He's going to score. Page goes first to third, and the Cards are up 3-0.
almost an identical play there, just to the other side of the gap in center field. Great piece of hitting, ready to hit that fastball, Honeyman. And then Levinson easily cruising into home there. And now you got runners on the corners, still 1 out, and already 2-0 Springbirds here early.
And Zach Wilkins, the Hooks pitching coach, going to come on out and have a word with his right-hander. Obviously, a cause for concern here. Not only that, but he's making a lot of pitches. And I think the Hooks are going to start moving things around in the bullpen just in case they have to get somebody up here this early. Gillis up to 20 pitches. He's given up back-to-back base hits after issuing back-to-back walks. And now Jeremy Rivas, who comes into this game having hit safely in 6 straight. He's got a chance to do more damage. Cards are up 3-0 and thirsty for more. Rivas swinging first pitch. Fly ball out to right. Encarnacion back. Still going back. Reaches back to make the catch. Page going to tag and score, and Rivas with a sac fly picks up his 12th RBI. 4-0 Springfield.
Well, it is clear that these guys came out ready to hit tonight. A couple first pitch swings, just ready for action against this pitcher. Seeing Gillis, struggled with a little command. It's funny, his pitch count is kind of getting saved right now because they keep swinging first pitch, but they've also been very productive outs and hits on top of that.
Well, it's also been all against the breaking stuff. Curveballs, sliders. Ugetto started it with that home run on a hanging breaking ball. Now runner goes, pitch a strike, and the throw is dropped. Honeyman steals his 11th. He's a perfect 11 of 11.
Good
the
jump.
count on Chase Atkinson is 0-1.
Definitely a good jump over there at first. Actually a really good throw from the catcher as well. Interesting to see here on the replay if he kind of snuck his foot into the backside even before the tag was there. Oh, he might have had him had he hang on to that, but it's a stolen base in the books either way.
Yeah, 11-4-11 now. And Chase Atkinson, this is his first at-bat of the season, and he breaks his bat and grounds one softly back to Gillis, and that'll do it for the first inning. But what an inning for the Cardinals as they score 4 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. The big swing, Ugetto's home. Top of the second inning, Cardinals lead the Hooks 4-0. Jason Schwartz and Sully Engels here with you from Route 66 Stadium in downtown Springfield. Cardinals getting 4 runs for Liam Doyle, who struck out 2 in a scoreless first inning. He made 18 pitches. Faces switch hitter Yamal Encarnacion, who looks at the first pitch up and away.
I really enjoy watching Doyle pitch because you can tell how critical he is of himself while he's on the mound. He's kind of missing the same spot again and again. He's such a firecracker out there too. He's okay to show the emotion, show the frustration, kicking dirt, whatever it may be, of not getting to where he wants to be with those spots so far. And I think it's a good thing. It just shows how kind of gritty he is on the bump.
Well, there's an off-speed pitch in for a strike. Gets the call in the inside corner. Encarnacion's had a good series. In fact, he's one of the hottest hitters in the league right now. An 8-game hitting streak, which is the longest active streak in the Texas League. Switch hitter late on that fastball. 95 from Doyle. It's 2-2.
Not even one of his fastest of the day, but just straight Bayou heat right there.
Looking for his strikeout number 3. Here's the pitch, and Encarnacion fights it off. He went after a high fastball there and somehow got a piece.
You see Grayson Tarlow behind the dish too, kind of working the mind game, asking for a couple shakes out of Doyle. If you see him shake his glove, the sign he wants to see, basically to tell the hitter, I'm kind of thinking about what I'm throwing, even if they know what's going on.
2-2. A swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Doyle. Got him with the breaking ball there.
All 3 punches so far on that breaker. That one probably the worst location-wise, but the break of it and the change of speed, just not much you could do with this guy right now when he's cooking and he's on his game.
So now it's Tyler Whitaker with 1 out and nobody on base. And there's a curveball in for a strike as Doyle, this is the best command he's had of his breaking stuff all season for sure. In his 6th start, that's really great to see. And gets another call from the home plate umpire on that fastball up and in.
A unique zone tonight. Kind of not a lot going on at the bottom, but plenty to find up there at the top. And that pitch, if you're going to get that elevated above the zone even, I mean, that's going to be pretty tough on the hitters tonight.
0-2. Tried to get him to chase. I wonder, too, right now how tough it is on the hitters. You can see the lighting at the moment. Doyle is in sunshine, and he releases the pitch in sunshine, and then immediately it goes into the shadows. Swing and a miss and a fastball, 96.
I think you're kind of seeing it there. That was a great point, Jason. Just, you know, that arm is the only thing really you're seeing through the light, and then you have to immediately pick it up in the shadow. And if it's 96, good location like that, it's going to be hard to catch up to and just hard to register what's going on when you're at the plate.
Well, it's tough, too. If you're a hitter with the hooks right now, you know Doyle's getting that high strike call.
Yep. As
he drops in a curveball for strike one. So you're kind of
get that call, too. It's tough.
You kind of have to go after it. We've seen that here so far. Doyle 4 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. And he's got a chance to strike out the side. The slider plays perfectly.
A chance to see maybe you could call it the best inning he's had at the AA level. I mean, he's just right at him. Anything he wants right now.
0-2. He missed inside. Not a bad miss with the slider. Garrett Guillemette didn't chase.
Grayson Tarlow certainly liked it, letting him know that's exactly where you want to be with that pitch. 0-2.
Guillemette, former Texas Longhorn, taking on Doyle. Swings and misses. The splitter, and Doyle strikes out the side. 5 punchies in 2 scoreless for the Cardinals' first-round pick of a year ago. And Springfield a 4-0 lead. Nice start for the Cardinals, getting it done on both ends. Liam Doyle has struck out 5 in 2 innings. Cardinals put up 4 in the bottom of the first, and now the catcher Grayson Tarlow to lead off against Brett Gillis, who made 23 pitches in the first inning. First pitch, fastball for a strike. You know, Sully, you mentioned it, but you know, to face 8 guys, walk 2, give up 4 runs, and only make 23 pitches in an inning goes to show how the Cardinals have been aggressive early in these at-bats.
Very hard to do. And yet somehow Springfield Cardinals managed to do it. I mean, they've just been aggressive so far tonight, which is very fun to see if you're a fan, obviously. And when it works out that way, it can be frustrating when, you know, you see an inning with 6 pitches and 3 outs real quick. But patience as well as the aggressive nature has worked so far for the Green Cards.
Tarlow takes a strike. Grayson, a home run this week, has 2 on the season. He's batting .200 with 7 runs batted in. Catcher out of Cal State Northridge in the LA area.
Matadors?
CSUN Matadors.
If you know, you know. I was a Cal State product myself. You'd love to see that.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on Tarlow. Cal State.
Chico. Commonly referred to as Chico State.
Another base hit for Tarlow. And for the Cardinals. So leadoff single. Grayson went down to get that one.
Another breaker. Right? I think the only guy that's got a hit on a non-breaker has been Honeyman. But they're sitting on that pitch. I mean, it's kind of elevated. It's not terrible. Not exactly where you'd want to be as a pitcher, but not good enough and sharp enough to get by anyone when it's going to be that part of the zone.
So now Mendlinger back to the top of the order. He's 0 for 1, lined out to first. First pitch floats way up and away. Gillis really just doesn't have it tonight. We'll see how quickly the Hooks get action in their pen. (2-0) on Mendlinger. It's interesting too. Last night the Hooks starter Brandon McPherson. He was the Astros minor league pitcher of the month for April, and had his worst start of the season. Cardinals hit him pretty good. Ended up not factoring in a decision. Hooks won the game, but Cardinals jumped on him too as Mendlinger pulls one foul.
You know, we've just kind of been waiting for this team on the offensive side to sort of come to life at a certain point in the season, and maybe this is it, you know? One of these wacky weeks where you just kind of got to go up and down, be at the ballpark at different times. At a certain point, you just kind of put all that aside, and it becomes easier to focus on the at-bats.
Well, for the Cardinals, off to a slow start this year as they try to defend their Texas League title, but they've got 3 huge weeks coming up as they take on 3 different division opponents. 2-2. Cardinals getting that opportunity then to get back into the race, and they came in to today's game already 9 games out of first place, but next week 6 against Tulsa, the team in first place in the division.
And obviously when you have the split season at this level too, it can be a little more difficult to come back on those types of things. But at the same time, that's the beauty of the Texas League. Crazy things happen all the time. The 6 years I've covered it, it seems like there's been ups and downs at any moment throughout a season.
2-2 pitch. Foul back. Mendlinger stays alive. 4-0 Cardinals. Runner at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Whoever wins this game in the driver's seat this week, they'll have a chance to win the series tomorrow. Both teams have won 2 so far, and tomorrow's the last game of the series. There goes the runner. Pitch swung on and missed. No throw. And Tarlow's got his second stolen base of the season. Mendlinger has struck out. First strikeout of the game for Gillis.
That was some next level savvy there from Grayson Tarlow. He's a catcher. He understands that the guy on the bump is struggling. Not going to pay attention to the guy on first as much when he's just trying to find it. I mean, he could have walked to second base with the jump he got there.
So he's in scoring position for Ugueto, who put one over the bullpen his first time up. And takes a strike, 0-1. You know, Miguel actually hitting a home run today on the day that he and his girlfriend announced that they are expecting. So congratulations to Miguel. Exciting news. They did a little photo shoot on the field here and then put it all over social media.
I think we got a sneak peek of the photo shoot in our last broadcast a couple weeks ago against Midland. Saw the little baby bird's baby jersey. And a fitting, you announce, go yard. That one's for the future Nino.
But had to wait till the post went official to say anything.
Yeah, got to be IG
Didn't want to be the ones to break the news. 0-2 pitch. Gillis deals. And Ugueto fouls back a high fastball.
And the backstop fitting for a future father. You're going to need milk for that. You most certainly will with a baby on the way.
Tremendous ad placement. Tarlow leading from second. Cardinals a chance to go up 5-0 here in the second inning. And Ugueto right to short, in and out of Holy's glove, but he recovers. Tarlow able to get back into second base.
Ugueto looked a little frustrated, hit it hard, didn't exactly come out of the box with his normal speed. I think he's going hard 90 out of there. He's probably safe, but they're pro baseball players.
Oh, he did hit the ball 108 off the bat.
Yeah.
Holy kept it right in front. So now it's Chase Davis who comes up trying to pick up Tarlow. Davis walked his first time. And here's a grounder to second. Long hop handled by Hernandez. Throws to first. And the Cardinals come up empty in the second. Tarlow a leadoff single left out in scoring position. A beautiful night here at Route 66 Stadium. The first official week for the Springfield Cardinals playing at this ballpark under the new name, formerly Hammons Field. And just a gorgeous night. 81 degrees at first pitch. Sunny skies. Right now the sun blocked by some clouds, but couldn't be better here in early May. Luis Baez leads off against Liam Doyle. Doyle 2 scoreless so far with 5 strikeouts. Starts off Baez with the sweeper. He swings and misses.
Another great location on that breaker. I mean, he's just putting it right where he wants to right now.
Came back with it again. And for everybody watching right now, whether you're watching on Ozark CW or Matrix Midwest, you're getting to see the best of Liam Doyle so far. And this is shaping up to be the best start of his short professional career to this point. Bouncer foul, and he's got Baez at 1-2.
You know, you use a top 10 pick on a guy, it means you expect a lot of him when he eventually makes the majors. Pitching, you never really know. I mean, it's tough. You can scout and you can scout. It doesn't matter how much success you have. But it kind of comes out to what they do at this level. And it's been a bit of an up and down to start this season. But, I mean, you're seeing why this guy has the potential to be an ace at the major league level.
1-2. And Baez gets a hold of that one, fouls it away. That's the beauty of watching these guys here in minor league baseball. Obviously, you want to watch them go out there and dominate, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, so much these guys want to work on. Doyle knows that, you know, he needs the full arsenal to be there for him if he's going to go have success in St. Louis.
You know, I think the thing is, when you talk about it, I've heard some pitchers say this at the major league level, you know, with 2 pitches, you can go out there and compete. With 3 pitches, you can win. If you can control with 4 pitches, you can dominate. And that's what he wants to do. He has 4 in the arsenal. And if you can put all of them where he wants to be with a fastball that can touch probably 98 miles an hour, I mean, you're with the best of the best at any level of baseball at that point.
Doyle coming home with a 2-2. That's too high.
I will say, too, he's not even really placing the fastball that well tonight. It's almost more for show. You know, when he can throw the breaker off a fastball that's kind of eye level, it's, I mean, it's very hard to see. But he hasn't really spotted the fastball that well, and he's still doing this.
Soft ground ball, Menlinger. And takes care of Baez for out number 1.
I say that, and then he put the fastball exactly where he wanted it. So, you know, I guess
that's the thing, too, when you got that kind of four-seam fastball that Doyle has, you see the weak contact there. And you want to get that swing and miss up in the zone.
Yep. And outside of the first batter of the game for the Hooks, no solid contact at all. And even with the shadow kind of out of play at the mound, still so late on the fastball every time.
Shadow's not a factor at the moment. First pitch popped up. Shortstop Rivas waiting for it. Waiting a long time.
Could have had a snack in that time right there.
Now number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Doyle. He's retired 8 in a row. And Liam last time out pitching at Northwest Arkansas last week went 4 into 3rd. That was a season high. And as much as you love to see the strikeouts, you also like to see those quick outs on balls in play and see if we can see Liam work deep into this game. Here's the only guy who's gotten a hit off of him, Will Bush, the leadoff man for Corpus. He singled to start the top of the 1st.
You know, if you can stick to about 12 pitches an inning, you're going to have a lot of success, and got a chance to do that right here if you can attack this hitter.
Fouled back 1-1, especially too in the minor leagues where, I mean, they are a lot more conservative with the pitch counts. It's a very hard limit on most nights, and unfortunately you see a lot of guys have to get pulled at 4 2/3, 5 2/3, where, you know, in the big leagues you probably let them go and see if they can finish that frame.
Yeah, and on top of that, just the way baseball is going in general, obviously they don't really try and do that at the minor league level, but putting people into leverage situations throughout games, not sticking with your starter sometimes. But Doyle's a chance to be a guy at the next level that can pitch through any situation.
Got him swinging, and 9 in a row retired by Doyle. 6 strikeouts. That's already a new career high through 3. We're back, 4-0 Cardinals. They come up bottom of the 3rd, and we want to remind you all that every Wednesday night home game at Route 66 Stadium this season is Wiener Wednesday. Enjoy delicious ballpark franks for just $2. Plus, we got wine and whiskey specials as well.
Wieners, wine, and whiskey. Doesn't get much better than that.
Cardinals up 4-0 as they come to bat bottom of the 3rd. Tough play here for Austin. Spins and fires to get Levinson out.
That is a great defensive play over there by Trevor Austin. Going backwards, kind of going into the only remaining part of the park that has a little sunshine too. I guess not too much at this point. Spin, throw, kind of have plenty of time too.
So that'll bring Trey Page to the plate, an RBI single his first time up. Cardinals scoring all 4 of their runs in the first. Brett Gillis has settled in since. Misses on the first pitch to Page. Travis Honeyman on deck. Cardinals with 4 runs on 4 hits. Kicking the pitch. And a fly ball into shallow right center field. Who's it going to be? Tough play, and Sullivan makes it.
Wow, what a catch out there. Coming forward like that, ball drifting, your head bobbling, 4 people converging into one spot. Not easy to do, but it's a heck of a grab right there. Full extension.
About to be lost in the Bermuda Triangle of the outfield grass. You get the 3 fielders converging. No one can get there, but Sullivan goes and gets it. Nice play. 2 down as he robs Trey Page of it. I think what would have been a double.
Yeah.
Page would have ended up at second base if Sullivan doesn't catch that ball.
He was moving out of the box for sure, but a great catch out there for a guy that has a great name, if I say.
Honeyman takes in the dirt. Ball 1. Should we start calling you Sullivan then?
I mean, you can.
Sullivan Angles?
That's my full name. Well, technically it's my middle name, but Sullivan, you go for that. That was like when I was in trouble as a kid. I'd get Sullivan. And then Monsters Inc. came out and everything changed for me. All-time scare leader, by the way.
Travis Honeyman at the plate, 1-0. Lines one foul down the left field line. And Travis Honeyman coming into this game, he leads the Cardinals in hitting, batting .291, making his Double-A debut this year. He's a New York native and one of the more colorful personalities on the Springfield Cardinals roster.
Not lacking confidence, which is good.
1-1. He watches it low.
No, he's the type of guy, it's just fun to watch his at-bats. The animation he kind of puts on out there kind of makes you feel like you're part of it. Doesn't take it too seriously while still knowing that he's got a job to do.
Fouls this one off, 2-2 the count. Back in the first inning, singled home a run and then stole his 11th base of the season. He's 11 for 11 on the base paths, and him and Miguel Ugueto combining for 27 steals in 28 opportunities. They've been really dangerous against Texas League batteries.
And space just far enough apart in the lineup to just kind of do damage inning by inning, maybe do it in the same inning as we saw earlier in the game. You know, lineup construction is always interesting at the minor league level. Cardinals certainly have the talent to fill it out 1 through 9.
3rd round pick back in 2023. Played baseball at Boston College. Hits a high fly ball to right. Encarnacion coming in. And Yamal will put it. 4-0 Springfield in the 4th, and so many good reasons to come out to the ballpark here in Springfield, and one of them coming up. We got our Hawaiian shirt giveaway Saturday, May 30th, part of Margaritaville weekend. It's a really fun one, and you saw the shirt there. Sully, I think you'd look fantastic in that shirt. I'm going to make sure you get one.
I think so. A little cheeseburger in paradise type style. I'm known to rock a Hawaiian here and there. You never know, man. A little aloha spirit here in Springfield, Missouri.
Doyle's 1-0 pitch to Max Holy. Tied him up. Swing and a miss at a slider. And you know what? The last time the Cardinals had Margaritaville weekend here was June of last year. Corpus Christi was in town, and the Cardinals threw a no-hitter.
Something special about it, man. Just get the Margaritaville vibes. Good things happen.
Sweeper there stays high. So that highlight will live on in Springfield Cardinals history in the beautiful Margaritaville themed jerseys. And actually Trevor Austin, the man on deck right now at a Mizzou, 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and
Nasty again.
Doyle's got him at 2-2. Austin, the guy on deck, he made that last out in that no-hitter last year, striking out against Sean Harney.
I'm sure he remembers that fondly. One of his top moments here in the minor leagues. It is funny, though, too, those nights when you wear those kind of different jerseys and something historic does happen. Great way to remember that.
2-2, the pitch. Only fouls it away. Doyle hunting his 7th strikeout. He's retired 9 in a row. You know, that no-hitter last year was the first ever no-hitter at Hammons Field for the Cardinals and the first ever 9-inning no-hitter for the Springfield Cardinals. They had thrown 1 no-hitter previously, a 7-inning no-hitter in a doubleheader against these Hooks.
That's pretty
fouled
wild
off.
for the history for this team, the amount of years they've played to never have that happen. But you never know. And I guess that was the only one they would have thrown at Hammons Field as we go to the new name now.
All right, well, one more crazy thing for you. That no-hitter last year came on the 1-year anniversary of the first no-hitter at Corpus Christi, both against the Hooks, both on the same date, 1 year apart.
That's wild.
2-2. Just inside, fastball at 97.
I always enjoy weird baseball facts like that. They just happen so often, too.
Well, what is baseball without its weird facts, right?
It really makes the game. It's the beauty of it all, the strangeness.
There's the payoff. Got him. Strikeout number 7.
It's kind of that same thing again, man. The breaker, I mean, that's just right down the middle. It's not like he's located that one that well. It's just nasty right now. And the Hooks batters really can't do anything with it, especially when we're on the right side.
Well, it's so interesting, too. You kind of wonder what was Max Holley seeing as that pitch came, and what did it look like to him? Because he tried to hold up. He realized it was going to stay high.
It was weird because, you know, he's kind of missed his fastball there again and again on that side. And you kind of get that tunneling factor when 2 pitches look the same until they get to a certain distance to the plate. But then it would mean he's kind of was going to swing at a ball. So I don't really know what the thought process was there. But either way, free trip back to the dugout for him.
And here's Austin. Oh, and Doyle gets a friendly call and jumps ahead of Austin 0-2.
They've been giving him that one tonight. That top of the zone certainly expanded. Gillis hasn't really had as many takes, I feel like, from the Springfield Cardinals batter, so maybe we haven't seen it as much because they've been so aggressive, but unique zone tonight.
In there, strikeout number 8. Slider at the top of the zone froze him, and it's the first strikeout looking for Doyle tonight.
Type of start for Doyle so far where you just never want to leave the mound. I mean, if he could just do this for 6 hours and continue to punch batters out, I'm sure he would. Just in an insane rhythm right now, and you're watching one of the future aces of the major leagues. If you can keep up this type of intensity, effort, and execution in a very short amount of time.
Joseph Sullivan takes a strike. Well, Doyle just made his 56th pitch, so he's got about 20 to 25 more to work with. And we'll see how many more strikeouts he can get in that window.
Selfishly, I'd like to see him punch out a bunch more, but that probably means we get to see less of him.
Yeah, a few quick outs here. He's gone 3 2/3 so far. And again, his career high in professional baseball came in his last start, 4 1/3 innings. This is only his 8th professional appearance.
It really feels like he's been here for a minute. Even though he came up at the end of last season, you just talk about him so much. Obviously, it comes with that when you are the top prospect in an organization now. But certainly the most impressive one. You know, this is kind of the guy you saw at Tennessee. You haven't even really seen the snarl on the mound yet either.
Fastball hit back up the middle, and Rivas unable to handle it. Base hit for Sullivan. First hit for the Hooks since the leadoff man in the first inning.
Great catch last inning. Good piece of hitting right there. Almost a great play at short out there as well, but Sullivan having a day for the Hooks, if anyone is.
He had to be looking for that fastball right there.
He got to be.
I mean, put that good of a swing on it.
You definitely don't want to sit on that breaker lefty-lefty when you are one of the Hook batters.
So now it's Encarnacion, runner at first. He takes off, then stops, and a grounder right to second. Medlinger's right on top of the base for the force. And Liam Doyle, 4 scoreless innings, 8 strikeouts. And the Cardinals feeling it tonight, up 4-0 on Corpus Christi. Well, this is how you draw it up if you're the Springfield Cardinals. Your ace on the mound, dominating through 4 innings. The bats coming alive early, getting him a lead. Springfield up 4-0. And the bottom third of the order due up. Rivas, Atkinson, and Tarlow. Rivas goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Foul ground, catcher falling over, stays with it. Nice play by Will Bush.
Almost ran into the donut on the ground out there too. That is a nice play there. This is, maybe you could even say it's a bit of that shadows. That's the one part of the stadium you do see it. Then it goes up above the stadium.
That's a fantastic shot right there. Yeah. You see the lighting there?
That's beautiful.
That was cinematic.
Throw that on the gram. You're looking good, buddy.
Camera crew doing great work out there. Here's Chase Atkinson. First at bat of the season. Back in the first inning, he grounded back to the pitcher. Let's take a look at that shot. Look at the glow up in the corner.
Yeah, that's nice. And then a little outline here of the Springfield Cardinals player.
Chen-Wei Lin looking on.
He's glowing, man.
Now Chase Atkinson today activated from the developmental list. He's been with the team since day 1 this season, but this is his first time getting in a game. He grounds one here past the mound. Fielded by Hernandez. The second baseman takes care of it. And 2 up, 2 down for the Cardinals.
The aggression's still there for the Springfield Cardinals at the dish right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change, especially with the early success they had against Gillis. But, give Brett a lot of credit because he's clearly made an adjustment. Cardinals are still swinging early in the at-bats, but Gillis now has retired, 7 in a row.
There was a point in that first inning when I didn't think he was going to get out of the inning the way it was going. So, yeah, he certainly has adjusted. Putting those things in pitches in better locations. Again, early swinging in the count.
This is going to be a 4-pitch inning. Encarnacion squeezes it into the glove. 4-pitch inning for Brett Gillis. And we are done with 4-0 Cardinals. Doyle back to the mound for the 5th. Don't go. Back from Springfield. The salute to service. Fans on their feet here. 4-0 Cardinals, top of the 5th inning, and salute to Liam Doyle, who's back out for another inning of work and has just been brilliant tonight.
Trying to complete 5 for the first time in his minor league career, and he's got a great chance to do it. What's his limit? Is 75?
Yeah, it's about 75, 80.
So yeah, he's got the room right now. Quick inning right here. Give yourself a chance to get a first professional win, I believe.
Well, he's up to 60 pitches through 4 innings. And it's just funny that given Brett Gillis' struggles on the other side, Gillis has made 8 fewer pitches than Doyle. Doyle has given up 2 hits. He hasn't walked anybody. He has struck out 8. And he faces Tyler Whitaker. Takes a good rip first pitch and fouls it straight back. Whitaker struck out swinging his first time up. Garrett Guillemette and Luis Baez to follow. Cardinals a 4-0 lead.
Whitaker, a Vegas native, went to Bishop Gorman High School. If you know anything about high school baseball,
powerhouse.
One of the premier programs in the nation.
Two-strike offering. And there's the splitter. It misses low, 1-2.
The splitter's filthy too, especially when it works off the fastball like that. It really falls off the table.
A great night for Liam Doyle to pitch well too. Cardinals have their farm director Larry Day in the house. He's been here all week. Austin Miney, their minor league pitching coordinator, filling in for Eric Peterson, the Cardinals pitching coach this week. Fly ball out to left. Honeyman jumps just like Davis did back in the first inning. The backspin on that ball really carrying it.
Yeah. Easy to misplay that one, but a couple of good plays by the corner outfielders for the Spring Cards. Honeyman is just fun to watch play baseball, dude. It's just one of those things where you can tell he's enjoying being out there as much as anyone else. And that kind of energy is contagious.
You love to see guys who show personality when they're out there.
It's the beauty of the game these days, man. Guys have been afforded the opportunity to show that personality, whether it be through the gear they wear or celebrations or just how they kind of carry themselves. And, you know, it adds a lot to this game, which is fun.
One out here in the fifth, and there's a line drive over Medlinger. A base hit for Garrett Guillemette. Ghetto gets it back in, holds him to a single.
You get a quick ground ball here. I don't know if there's a chance you come back out for the sixth, but you have 10 pitches to work with.
Well, they'll usually max him out, too. I mean, if he's got, you know, 5 to 10 pitches left, they'll send him out there for 1 or 2 outs.
If you got him, use him. Why not?
That's the whole point at this level. As Luis Baez gets ready to step in. Baez grounded out to second base his first time up. That was a quick out. Doyle now at 67 pitches. 1 out here in the fifth. And the next out for Doyle will be a new career high in innings pitched. This is high on a fastball. We haven't seen the velocity on the fastball as high consistently as you see sometimes for Doyle, but he's had the most success.
When you're working off the breaker, fastball looks a little quicker like that. I mean, if you can throw that pitch like that, and that wasn't even the best location for it, but just the change of speed makes that fastball seem a little zippier. Been kind of around 95 the last couple innings. Was touching 97 early. But again, everything else working on top of that makes everything a lot smoother and seem quicker.
No 1-1. That one line to left. So back-to-back hits for the first time in this game against Doyle. That was 107 off the bat, the splitter. Just left right out over the plate.
Yeah, that one is smoked. 107 is not messing around out there. Hope for a strong finish here. Still kind of in the realm of possibility of a ground ball and getting out of it quickly. At the very least, you'd hope to see him get this second or third out.
Grayson Tarlow out to the mound to talk with Doyle. I think as much as anything here, it's to give the Cardinal bullpen a chance to get someone going. And Hunter Hayes is up now in the Cardinal pen. So first action of the game down there as Tarlow returns to home plate, and the batter, Alberto Hernandez. Hernandez, 22 years old. He's from Cuba. He made his Double-A debut earlier this week. And batting .429 through his first 4 Double-A games.
That's a pretty perfect spot right there for the fastball. If you can live right there, gonna go a long way with that one. 16 double plays Corpus Christi Hooks have grounded into so far on the season. Why not 17 here?
0-1 pitch. Grounded foul back of the plate, and Doyle has him 0-2. And it's looking more and more like this will be Doyle's final inning. The question is, can he get these final 2 outs and get 5 innings in the books? It's been so challenging for the Springfield Cardinals this year with the pitch limits. These starters so often they pitch into the 5th and just, you know, a walk here, a hit there, and next thing you know, they're coming out 4 2/3.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You'd love to see some pitchers wins, although that stat, depending on who you ask, might be a little overrated. Either way, it still signifies that you dominated a game. It's just tough. I mean, part of it, that's the limitation. It is what you can do. But it shows how good you can be when you are stacking W's as a minor league starter.
Also, Doyle has to be careful here because the Hooks could get right back into this game with one big swing. They just saw Doyle commit a balk. Doyle is called for a balk, and that puts the runners up to second and third, and it takes away the double play.
Gonna have to see. I think he was asking for the signs again.
No, I think whatever happened, it was just before what we saw on the replay there.
Might have flinched. Coming back to get set and then try to get the sign again.
Hernandez fouls it back, 1-2. So Doyle facing adversity for the first time tonight. He knows that his start is coming to a close. Let's see how he handles this spot. 1-2 on Hernandez. Here's the pitch. And a little bouncer to third. Page has it. And the throw to first in time for the out, but Corpus does get a run home.
Trading runs for outs with a 4-run lead, not the worst thing in the world. Only played a first right there.
Austin Miney is going to make his way out to the mound. Miney, the acting pitching coach for the Cardinals this week. Eric Peterson, the Cardinals pitching coach, with the week off. Each minor league coach gets a week off. And Hunter Hayes down in the bullpen warming up. But looks like Doyle's going to get a chance here to go 5 full as he gets ready to face Will Bush.
It's kind of the nice part about having one of the top level pitching coordinators here in the building. Sometimes you have the ability to stretch a little bit, kind of see how they handle a situation. You know, 4-2 lead and a 4-1 lead are very different. So this is a very big out to get for the Springfield Cardinals and Liam Doyle. And a lefty-on-lefty matchup doesn't hurt there either.
And Doyle at 75 pitches again, probably knows mentally this is my last hitter.
Yeah.
So either I'm going 5 full or I'm walking off the mound with another run coming home. Bush, a base hit in the first, struck out swinging in the third, 1 for 2. Soft liner to second, and it's over Mendlinger and into right.
Another tough one to read if you're Mendlinger out there. That kind of just looks like it's right at you. It's hard to tell the velocity of it off the bat. I kind of told him, I think he thought it was going to come right to him and kind of fall in there, but it just sort of kept traveling. Strong swinging from Bush there to kind of power that into the outfield. A play that could have been made, but again, very hard to see when that ball is sort of eye level coming right at you.
Only 70 miles per hour off the bat. It's 4-2. 3 hits in the inning off Doyle. So he comes home with a sweeper for a strike.
Still given a chance to finish, which is cool. I mean, nothing you can do about that last hit. It's off the hands, just unlucky.
.78 pitches now for Liam. 0-1.
Oh, it's a good spot.
That just missed below the knees. Good bite on that slider. Good take by Holy. Again, Max Holy debuted at Double-A earlier this week. He's been at shortstop every game for the Hooks. Goes around on a check swing. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
A lot of those types of swings from the Hooks tonight, just kind of not knowing what to do with it, whether it be the heater or whether it be the breaker.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Doyle finishes off his night with a strikeout. The 1-2 pitch. Low, runner goes. Throw to second is in time. Tarlow helps Doyle out, gets him out of the 5th. For the first time in his professional career, Liam Doyle goes 5 complete. And a beautiful throw there from Tarlow. Mendlinger applying the tag. Hooks do get on the board, though. Corpus Christi's gotten in the ball game. Couple of runs off of Doyle, top of the 5th inning, and now the Cardinals bat in the last half of the 5th. Top of the order. Mendlinger, Ugueto, and Davis. And Brett Gillis has survived into the 5th.
A valiant effort, and really only now at 52 pitches after that one, a chance to go 1 or 2 more.
Well, after he gave up 4 runs through the first 6 batters of the game, since then he's given up just 1 hit, 1 base runner.
Nothing exceptionally great about his stuff we've seen, really. Just throwing strikes and pitching to contact.
Time was called before that pitch was thrown. Another pitch clock violation against Gillis. So the pitch was a ball, and he ends up getting tagged with a ball for the pitch clock violation. No big deal there.
Guess it's better than spotting the pitch exactly where you want it to be. Feel like a wasted bullet.
Gillis, a West Coast guy, Pacific Northwest more specifically. 1-2 on Mendlinger. He's a 9th round pick in 2022 out of the University of Portland, the Portland Pilots out of the West Coast Conference. He's 26 years old, from Everett, Washington, just north of Seattle, and the home of the Mariners High A team, the Everett Aqua Sox.
Oh, that's awesome.
1-2 pitch.
Can't imagine a ton of Major League ball players have come from Portland. let alone that area. Not the most popular for baseball, but still some quality arms, quality bats that come out of there from time to time. If I do remember, I think that Portland team was pretty good when he was on it. Potentially an NCAA qualifier for the tournament.
Mandlinger fouls one back. And I think someone by the name of Phil Knight would argue differently. Oregon State, they're one of the premier college baseball programs out there.
100%. Do all of their players come from that area, though? I mean, their last #1 pick, they had to go to Australia to get him.
Mandlinger fouls one off down the right field line.
That is Travis Bazana, now on the Guardians, who made his debut, I think it was earlier this week, maybe late last week. But, yeah, it's always sort of interesting. Different parts of the country is producing different things. Oregon and Oregon State both great at baseball. They kind of recruit nationally now. Obviously, NIL has changed the landscape of college sports on top of that, too.
1-2 fouled off.
Oh, my.
A little circus act behind home plate. And I'd be curious to see a replay there because I think the catcher, Bush, is claiming that Mandlinger touched the ball.
I think he did here. So he's bobbling it, and I don't think Noah does it intentionally. I think he's trying to help him out, but he also hits him. So I think the ball may have been dead at that point. Well, that's kind of a comedy of errors.
Ricky Rivera, the manager, is coming out to talk with Ian Durkin about it. And, well, from the angle we saw in that replay right there, did it hit Mandlinger after it hit him in the helmet?
It was kind of hard to tell. I thought it kind of goes double bobble, helmet touch, and then Noah tries to hit it with his bat as the catcher is trying to catch it. One more look for you. Foul tip.
It's out of the catcher's glove.
Top of the
Mandlinger's helmet. And then it's tough to see from that angle of Mandlinger when he puts his hand out if there's any more contact.
That's pretty funny. Will Bush looking at him like, what the heck, dude? Trying to catch that.
1-2 pitch again. Line drive deep to right center. Encarnacion brings it down. Nice play. The outfield defense for Corpus Christi in this game has been good.
It's another one to the right side of the field that the outfielders are kind of having a tough time picking up. And that one also extremely hard hit, which added to it. Great play out there to make that happen. But, you know, the catches have been great. Not all the reads have been great by the outfielders to get there, but the result is what the result is.
Well, Encarnacion definitely dealing with some glare right now out in right field as we played just before 7:30 here in Springfield. Ugueto hits one to left center. Long run in. Are they going to get there? No! Baez had it drop. Ugueto hustles into second. And that's going to be a double for Yugi.
It's like we were just talking about it. Another interesting read. I'm not sure what happened on that. You know, that sounded much harder off the bat. Maybe that's kind of what the read was, because you go back first, which is what you're taught, but then you got to come all the way in to get that.
Well, you wonder, too, you go and you see the route that Sullivan took in center field, and I think off the bat Sullivan thought, oh, that ball's going to Baez in left field, but if you see where that ball dropped, I think Sullivan had a really good chance to get there, probably better than Baez.
He would have. It would have kind of been where he made the great catch earlier in the game, similar area, other side of the field, in the gap.
So now Davis takes ball one on a breaking ball. The Cardinals here have a chance to get at least one run back. Corpus Christi desperate for a shutdown inning after scoring 2 in the top of the 5th.
Just when we started complimenting Gillis, he does this.
Well, you can't blame Gillis for a fly ball that drops in left center.
No, you can't.
He's doing his job. That was the Cardinals' first hit since the 2nd inning when Grayson Tarlow led off with a single. That was 10 in a row set down by Gillis.
Now he's got some work to do as his pitch count climbs higher and higher towards his limit.
Delivers a strike to Chase Davis. Now, Gillis is an interesting story. You mentioned he's 26, a 2022 draftee. He had Tommy John surgery. He missed the 2023 and 24 seasons.
It's always rough right there. Tommy John, so prevalent in the game today. He's not even really a fireballer that you kind of normally see it now either.
Here's the 1-2. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Gillis also missed a lot of time last year on the injured list for the final 2.5 months of the season. This year debuted in Double-A for the first time as a 26-year-old. 2-2. And we'll do it again.
Oh, his fastball not even really getting to 90 miles an hour right now. Is fading a little bit. Wasn't too much faster earlier in the game, but I can tell it's kind of wearing on him a little bit right now.
He's up to 65 pitches, and the Hooks have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. Cardinals with Ugueto at second. Davis strikes out swinging. Foul tips it back into Bush's mid. Easier for Will Bush to catch that one than the one we saw earlier in the inning.
Less fumbling that time. A nice cutter there right under the hands of Chase Davis. Perfectly executed pitch. And you know, the fastball may not be in that mid-90s like you see most starters in professional baseball today, but when you can work off that cutter with it too, it's effective.
Just the second strikeout in the game for Gillis, who is not a strikeout pitcher. Well, Levinson takes the first pitch low. So it's up to Zach. We'll see if he can pick up Yugi or extend the inning. Trey Page is on deck. Cardinals are up 4-2. And we'll see the Cardinal bullpen for the top of the sixth. Fouled away to the right by Levinson. Zach has been one of the more unlucky players in the Texas League to start the year. He's hit a lot of balls hard right at guys. He's a guy who came up, made his Double-A debut in early August last year, hit a home run in his first Double-A at bat. Out of the University of Miami. Here's the 1-1. And takes a strike. How about the two starters tonight? You mentioned, Sully, that Gillis being from the Pacific Northwest, maybe not the biggest baseball hotbed in the country. You got Doyle from New England.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique pitching matchup in that sense. Two guys from areas they don't really think about producing professional ball players. Two guys
opposite corners of the country.
And two guys that pitch very different styles from different sides of the mounds on top of it.
2-2 to Levinson. Ugueto off from second. The pitch. Line drive to right. Down for a hit. Yugi getting the wave. Encarnacion's throw. Offline and all the way to the backstop.
Just a great piece of hitting right there from Levinson. The gap on the right side was huge. Gets that fastball away. Does what he needs to do with it. Just finds the hole. That pitch kind of right where he needed to put it just to get to right center. Not exactly a bad pitch either. And then Oogie speeding around home to make this a 5-2 ball game. And looks like we'll have a new arm. The hook coming for the Hooks.
An error on the back end of that play by Yamal Encarnacion, allowing Levinson to get to second. And for Gillis, it's got to be frustrating. What a great job to turn things around after a really tough first inning. But gives up a 2-out run in the bottom of the fifth inning and is unable to finish the frame. And a new pitcher coming in for Corpus Christi, right-hander Raylan Perez.
Yeah, tough for Gillis there. You know, if you're a Corpus Christi Hooks fan, you'd like to see him finish strong. Had a chance there with 2 outs to get out of that, to escape the one hit in the inning, but Zach Levinson had other plans.
So Raylan Perez, 1-2, making his 12th appearance. His ERA is an even 6. He's given up 6 earned runs in 9 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, but 10 walks for the righty. And he's going to come in with Levinson on at second base. Let's go. So as Perez warms up, we take a look now at what has become a new tradition this year for this Springfield Cardinals club. Espresso just before the game, or more specifically, cafecito.
Ay, Dios mío.
Saw Luis Arenado, the Cardinals' new first base coach and cousin of Nolan Arenado, brewing up some cafecito before a game down in the clubhouse, and then the guys, before every game, get a little extra boost.
I believe that started, 2 weeks ago against Midland, right after a big night of the dish. I think they did it before the game. had that scoring outburst, and they said, well, we got to keep that rolling. And the cafecito, some strong stuff right there. I don't know if you're a coffee guy, but if you're trying to get a wake up, that little baby needs no waking up, but that'll do the trick.
Arenado's from Miami. They know their cafecito down there.
They do.
He's the right guy to make him.
Cafecito con pasteles.
All right, here's Trey Page with Levinson at second against Raylan Perez. First pitch. Page takes ball one. Trey's 1 for 2. Last time up, he got robbed in shallow right center by Sullivan, who made a tremendous diving catch. And all things evening out, Cardinals rally here in this inning started with a ball that dropped in left center. Perez gets a strike on the outside corner with a fastball.
Fastball around 92 mile an hour. Interesting arm angle here as well from Perez. Kind of the quarter slot. Stays kind of back with it. A little bit hard to pick up despite him having a 6 ERA. It's sharp stuff out of the pen.
1-1 pitch. And he comes with a changeup, misses it down and outside. 2-1.
It's almost sidearm. It's dropping down pretty far. It's pretty unique. He's sort of in between that 3/4 and a sidearm pitcher. So you're going to see a lot of arm side run for the fastball, for the changeup, whatever it may be.
2-1 to Page. Foul back. Perez made his Double-A debut back in 2024. And then last year, split the season between High A in Asheville and Double-A with the Hooks. He pitched in 42 games. He went 7-4 last year with a 4.41 earned run average. Two. Got him swinging. Page tied up on an inside fastball. And so Perez does the job as he comes in and strands the runner at second. But the Cardinals get a run back. Zach Levinson, 2-out base hit, scores Ugueto. New pitcher for the Cards, Hunter Hayes, comes in to try to protect the 3-run lead here in the 6th.
6.75 ERA over 7 games, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 7 walks allowed. Only 4 strikeouts to match with that, so we'll see if he can sharpen up today.
He faces Max Holley, the number 2 hitter, with the Cardinals up by 3, 5-2. Corpus got on the board with 2 in the 5th. Cardinals got 1 back.
We've been talking Pacific Northwest. Now we get a pitcher from Pacific, which is not in the Pacific Northwest, but in that direction, Northern California.
Stockton, California, to be specific. You know, maybe the most famous baseball name to come out of Pacific, Scott Boras.
Wow.
The super agent.
I did not know that.
Not a player, but Boras has had a huge impact on the game as Holley fouls this one back. Talk about having a huge impact on the game. Liam Doyle tonight. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 8 Ks, no walks. Career highs in innings pitched and strikeouts in just his 8th professional appearance.
Corpus Christi came into this leading the league in strikeouts when they were at the dish. Doyle doing him no favors adding to that total. 8 already through 5 innings as we get into the 6th here. So not like he's taking advantage of a weakness, just playing his hand, and it works out tonight in that sense.
Hayes, the 2-2. Almost hit Holley. Fills up the count 3-2. And really, I think seeing Doyle go out there tonight, do what he did, it's going to inspire a lot of confidence, not just for himself, but also for this team. You want that guy to be like appointment television or appointment radio or appointment going to the ball game every time he's pitching.
100%. A guy that can put butts in the stands, eyes on the TV, ears to the radio. He's kind of got the stuff to do it. And I think, you know, we really haven't even seen it yet from Doyle. You know, we keep talking about that bulldog mentality, and we talked about maybe he hasn't had the success of the kind of the vibe on the mound has been a little bit tempered, but you kind of mix that full package in, and I think also when you get to a bigger moment in his career, hopefully, maybe the postseason of the major leagues, you'll see that even more.
Well, Hayes walking the first batter he faces, and now Austin rips one fair down the line. It's rolling into the corner. Holley into third will be held by Rivera. A double for Austin, and Corpus Christi is keeping the pressure on.
101 miles per hour off the bat. Smoked that one down the line. That breaker just elevated again. And that, I don't know if it's better or worse that it didn't hit the padding there going down the line there, but rattles around the corner, and now the Hooks are in business here early in the 6th inning.
The Hooks now with Joseph Sullivan at the plate, homers in each of the last 2 games. Rivas plays up the middle against the left-handed hitter. First pitch from Hayes. He misses up and away with a curveball. Hunter Hayes making his 2nd appearance in this series. Pitched on Wednesday, went an inning and a third. Retired all 4 batters he faced. But so far here, a walk and a double. 1-0. That's inside for ball 2. We talk about some of the career highs tonight with Doyle. If the Cardinal bullpen can hold on to this lead for Doyle, still 12 outs to get. But if they can, it'd be Doyle's first professional win.
Yeah, and you know, you're not exactly in a spot now where you'd like to trade runs for outs, but I know with no outs here, kind of is what it is. They kind of try and set up a back pick play right there, waiting on from the sign from the catcher. Usually it's that glove drop, but we never really got it right there. So we're stepping off and resetting.
A new rule here in Double-A this year, only 1 disengagement allowed for pitchers. Swing and a miss and a changeup from Hayes. 2-1. So for those wondering what exactly that means, that was a disengagement right there with Hayes stepping off the rubber. That means during this at bat, if he does that again or another pickoff throw, you have to get one of the runners out, or else it counts as a balk and the runners move up.
Yeah, and it's not as maybe debilitating for a pitcher when it's 2nd and 3rd. Obviously, when you have a guy on first that's trying to go, it makes it a lot tougher because then it's either hit or miss with a pick after that. Infield back right now for the Springfield Cardinals, too. Obviously, they're welcome to give up 1 to try and trade it for an out right here.
Here's the 2-2. And a full count. First base is open here. But we've definitely seen way fewer pickoff moves from pitchers, even with runners just at first base this season.
Yeah, which is not, you know, if you're a fan of the game, you're coming to these games, not the worst thing to see. Obviously, there's their own rules and set of rules a little extended to that in the major leagues as well.
Payoff pitch. Got him. Came in with the cutter and got him swinging big first out.
Kind of, you know, it's a lot of break for a cutter right there, if it is a cutter. It's kind of a unique pitch right there. That one, again, not the best location on it, but enough change of speed to get a swinging strike and end the at-bat.
I think that was probably the changeup or the gyro slider, actually.
I think gyro slider. That's what I would go with on that. That kind of had some diagonal break to it. It might even kind of been a backup. Like, I don't know that he tried to throw to that location, but sometimes that's your best pitch when it doesn't break how you want to because the hitter doesn't really know what to do with that.
0-1 pitch from Hayes. Chop to first. It's going to bring a run home. Toss to first. Foot race to the bag, and Hayes beat him there. Hayes a little slow off the mound there.
I don't know if he thought that they were going to get the jog over to first, but closer than it needed to be. Gets him by a step pretty easily. Checks back, sees the runner. Fundamental baseball right there. In that sense, you do trade a run for an out, and now you're in a pretty good spot here with 2 outs. Tyler Whitaker coming to the dish for the Hooks.
The leadoff walk cashed in.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do as a pitcher is start the inning with a walk.
First pitch to Whitaker. That's high and tight for ball 1.
Aside from like a bomb or something like that, but you know, you want to attack, especially coming out of the game, the start that Doyle had. Would hate to see him get that ND.
1-0. And there's a strike at the top of the zone. Hayes last year pitched his final 9 games for Springfield, was a member of the championship squad's bullpen. Started the year in High A Peoria. Pitched in 1 game during the postseason. Pitch fouled back.
Earned his ring.
Pitched a scoreless inning of relief in the Cardinals championship clinching game at Midland. Game 3 in late September last year. Last night, fans here at the ballpark treated to a replica championship ring giveaway. 1-2. Hit in the air, right center field. Davis moves into the gap, so does Ugueto. It's going to be Chase. Backpedaling on the warning track and puts it away. So Hayes walks the leadoff man and gives up a double, all things considered. Cardinals coming up, last of the six. Travis Honeyman to lead it off. Jason Schwartz, Sully Engels with you. So happy to have you along tonight. Beautiful night for baseball here in the Ozarks, Southwest Missouri. And if you're watching us on Matrix Midwest, make some plans to come on out and join us out here this season. Great place to watch a ball game, and if you're a Cardinals fan, you'll feel right at home. So is everyone else here.
No doubt about that. I think that's the best part about this stadium is the replica editions of kind of that Busch Stadium look. Our friend, former KY3er, now part of the Matrix Midwest, Jacob Sersosimo, came down to a little story, show the fans in St. Louis what they're looking like, and Honeyman gets the pitch clock violation. Just having too much fun out there, Jason. Guy just is having a blast at all times.
0-1 pitch, and that's inside on him, 1-1. That's actually been something Honeyman has dealt with throughout the season. He's had to waste his one timeout a lot of times at the start of a plate appearance as to not get that automatic strike on the pitch clock violation. But alas, didn't get the timeout in time here.
You know, for a guy that called his own home run earlier in the year, he could just be daring them. The pitcher, I'll give you a strike. I'll take my time up here. Let's see what you got.
Well, you want to remind everyone watching about that story?
I do. You know, you may know it better than I, but I know that he went in the dugout, had the camera in his face earlier, predicted what I think it was his third at bat. He was going to get a home run on the first pitch.
He said third at bat, first double-A home run. And he ended up homering in his first at bat. He was too specific.
Too specific.
Too specific.
If you just go bomb today, you're in good graces. I think he almost did hit a home run in his third at bat too, didn't he?
He did. He flew out to the wall. Here he flies out to center. That's Joseph Sullivan putting it away. 1 up and 1 down. And here's Jeremy Rivas, who has a sac fly and a foul out in this game. Rivas, in both of his plate appearances, has put the first pitch in play. And mentioned it earlier, but Rivas has himself a nice little hitting streak going, which is good to see. Jeremy first debuted for the Cardinals here in Springfield back in 2024. Had a good season here, full season last year. Pitch inside on him, and foul tip that got a piece of the bat, and it's going to be strike 1.
Kind of steal a strike right there. I don't know that Rivas agrees with that. No replay here, so we're moving on. 6-game hitting streak for him.
Yeah, 8 for 19 during the streak, a .421 average. His first 2 home runs of the season have come during the streak as he flips one foul back to the screen. He got off to a slow start this year. Last year, one of the streakier Cardinals hitters, and when he was hot, he was such a tough out in this lineup. Chase Atkinson on deck, 1 out and nobody on. Oh-2. Slider misses down and outside. Good eye there by Jeremy.
That slider from Perez at the arm angle he throws from pretty nasty, especially when it's right on right.
Raylan the 1-2 pitch. And Rivas rolls over 1 to third. Easy hop. Austin gets Rivas for out number 2. Chase Atkinson coming to the plate. No, Raylan Perez, the right-hander on the mound for the Hooks right now, he was originally signed by the Red Sox all the way back in 2018. He was just 17 years old. And Miguel Ugueto, who's homered in this game for the Cardinals and is 2 for 3, he came over for the Red Sox organization. Cardinals picked him up in the Rule 5 draft a couple years ago.
2 Rule 5 guys making their way throughout the minors.
Atkinson, friendly fire.
Oh my goodness.
He shot that one towards his own dugout. Sent the Cards scattering.
Ugueto's down there checking it out, making sure everything's okay.
Tough for Atkinson, as we've mentioned, it's his first game this season, live game action. As Perez delivers, Atkinson bounces it foul towards his dugout.
And that's
but
what
you got to get that timing down. It's so tough. haven't seen live pitching for a month and a half, basically.
And that's what it looks like right now. Just a little late on everything. Last at bat, grounded out to the right side. I mean, that pitch right there, multiple foul balls in a row. Not like you can really go on a rehab assignment. I guess you go down to another level. It's not like you can also take live pitching from other pitchers on the roster with the amount of games they play.
0-2 pitch. Taken up and away, ball one. Now, if there's anyone out there, our Corpus Christi viewers, they might appreciate this. Chase Atkinson resides in Grangeville, Idaho. That's the hometown of longtime Corpus Christi Hooks president, former president, Ken Trump.
That's deep Hook knowledge right there.
1-2.
Jason really in his bag right now. If you're a Hook fan out there, I don't know, find his Venmo or something. Show some love.
Well, there's some Corpus Christi people out there watching, and this is the feed that they get on MILB TV and Valley Sports Live. So 2-2. A swing and a miss. Atkinson strikes out, and Raylan Perez with a 1-2-3 6th inning. And we're headed for the 7th. Cardinals a 2-run lead on this Saturday in Springfield. Five to 3 Cardinals as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and come on out to Route 66 Stadium Saturday, May 30th, part of Margaritaville weekend. We got a drone show for you. One of 2 drone shows here in Springfield this year. Last year, the drone show was terrific, so looking forward to that one. Margaritaville weekend, a lot of reasons to come to the ballpark. The Wichita Wind Surge will be in town as Hayes delivers a strike. It's 0-1. The Cardinals about to embark on their longest road trip of the season, 2 straight weeks away from Springfield. At Tulsa next week, and then down to North Little Rock to take on the Arkansas Travelers the week after.
It's a lot of packing right there. Got to be ready to go. Tons of laundry. And not easy at the minor league level. Those bus rides, I mean, it's nice that you can stay in one spot for 6 days.
Pitch hit in the air to deep left field, but it's going to stay in the yard. Honeyman tracking along the base of the warning track. Puts it away for out number 1, Garrett Guillemette. Flies out to left field. Here's Luis Baez. Well, the clubhouse managers throughout the Texas League, they do great work. Derringer Green, the tremendous clubby here in Springfield, but also the visiting clubbies all throughout the Texas League, making the Cardinals feel right at home everywhere they go.
One of the many unsung heroes for minor league baseball. Those guys, never seen, usually not appreciated enough. They just do so much throughout the clubhouse for every team, man.
There's Luis Baez, 1-0 count. Hayes is out there for a 2nd inning. Count 2 balls and no strikes. No action in the Cardinal bullpen. Looks like the Hooks have a right-hander warming up. And that's Derek True. Pitch ripped to third, and Page unable to handle the tough hop. It's down to the wall. Baez races for 2nd. And he's in there with a stand-up double.
That ball smoked off the bat, 110 miles an hour. I don't blame him for not coming up with that one at third base.
They call it the hot corner for a reason. 110 off the bat, and if Trey Page had picked that thing, we'd be comparing him to Nolan Arenado.
I know, it's not like, especially when it's right at you like that. Sometimes something that's that speedy, to your side, you can kind of lay it, do something with it, try it, but when it's coming right at your chest, you're sort of falling back, your eyes come off it, and best of luck to you.
So an opportunity here for the Hooks, down by only 2. Here's Alberto Hernandez, who lines one into left center. Base hit, that's going to bring home a run. Baez in to score. Hernandez to second base, a sliding double. And just like that, it's a 1-run ball game.
Another ball that is smoked off the bat. 107 miles an hour on this one. That fastball middle. Not where you want to live when you're playing professional baseball. A deficit cut to 2 yet again. But going back to what we were talking about before, Liam Doyle still in line for that win right now. Hoping that Springfield Cardinals bullpen can hang on to this one. Work to do at this moment.
Well, they've got someone throwing. Austin Love begins to get loose in the Cardinals' pen. Tying run in scoring position. And here's the top of the order. Will Bush, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Both of his hits coming against Liam Doyle. Hunter Hayes is in a tough spot right here. 1-0 to Bush. And Hayes falls behind 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, Hayes just having a tough time locating his breaking pitch right now, and that's just allowing these Hooks hitters to sit fastball, wait on it, and not like his fastball is lacking velo, but it's not fast enough to be a one-pitch domination.
Good fastball there. Strike on the inside corner to Bush. 2-1. Will Bush last year, a South Atlantic League postseason All-Star. Total 24 extra base hits in just 73 games for Asheville last season. Takes the pitch outside. Bush made his debut for Corpus Christi last year. Sorry about that, Sully.
Always okay, Jason. Just seems like Hayes is kind of searching for it out there on the mound. You know, he kind of coming back with the ball every time. It's just sort of thinking through it a little too much.
Pitch grounded foul. It's 3-2.
One of his better breakers right there. Got to make a good pitch here. Big one in the overall view of this game, and of course this inning as well.
It's a dangerous part of the Hooks order. You got Max Holy, who's swinging a hot bat on deck. Payoff pitch from Hayes. And that is high for ball 4. Now Hayes has gone 1 time through the order. I wouldn't be surprised to see Patrick Anderson come out of the dugout, and sure enough, here he comes. Austin Love ready to go down in the Cardinal bullpen. He's been one of their best out of the pen this season, and he's going to need to be at his best right now. You see PA make the move. The reigning Texas League Manager of the Year, Patrick Anderson, led the Cardinals last year to a franchise record 88 wins. And Hayes walks off as Love jogs in. Austin Love, a big member of the Cardinals bullpen during their championship run last year. Big time strikeout guy in college at the University of North Carolina. He was second in program history at UNC, only to Andrew Miller, former big leaguer. And so he takes over now to face Max Holy and Trevor Austin with the tying run at second and the potential go-ahead run at first.
Austin Love on the year, 4.26 ERA over 10 games, 12.2 innings pitched, 10.
Well, as Love warms up, let's take a look back. If you're just joining us, Liam Doyle was brilliant tonight. His best start as a pro, 8 strikeouts for the Cardinals' first-round pick last year.
And you're watching a lot of these. I mean, it's the breaker that's doing it here. Just one of these on a fastball, especially lefty on lefty like that. I mean, just so many ugly swings at the dish tonight. Fooled batters. The best that he has been in professional baseball so far, I think. And you've seen more than I, but that was a really dominant stuff out there tonight.
Well, he's still in line for the victory, but it's in jeopardy here. Corpus Christi has scored in each of the last 3 innings, and it was once 4-0. It's now 5-4 Cardinals. As Max Holy stands in, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk, 2 on and 1 out. First pitch from Love. And he gets that one over right down the middle with a slider. It's 0-1.
And as they say, you're just one pitch away right here. A little ground ball, you're out of the inning. No hurt.
Here's the 0-1. Check swing, and he went. I think that was a called strike either way, but I thought Holy went around. Love's kind of going through a tough stretch right now. The right-hander has given up runs. In fact, multiple runs in each of his last 4 outings. He got off to a great start this season. This is his 11th game. The last 4 have been a bit tough.
He's a guy that was in a lot of high leverage spots at North Carolina, and obviously that's continued into his pro career. Maybe this is a great opportunity to kind of shake out of that funk. You know, so often these guys come in with clean innings, but here a little adversity to face right away. Sometimes these guys just kind of fire on a different level when you have this sort of situation.
Here were Love's numbers last year: 6-1, 2.45 ERA, 41 appearances. He was one of the workhorses out of the bullpen, and certainly a guy coming into this season after a full year here last year who, you know, if he gets hot and strings together a good few weeks, I think he'd be a candidate to go up to AAA Memphis and see what he's got there.
You know, it's always a unique path for relievers. As we punch out a batter right there, Love doing a nice job with the slider to get that guy. The relief path up to the majors is so complicated. As we take one more look at the pitch here, breaker on the outer half, kind of backs up on him a little bit, but still good enough to get the hitter. You know, you have starters that don't kind of make it to the major level, that can convert to relievers, so it kind of narrows that window for him. But if a guy can really specialize in these situations, it makes it easier to move on.
Here's Trevor Alston. First pitch, grounds to third. Page waits for it, throws across, and the Cardinals holding on to the lead as we move into the bottom of the seventh. Corpus scores one. New pitcher for Corpus Christi. It's Derek True who enters the ball game. Third pitcher for the Hooks, and he'll face the Cardinals 9-1-2 hitters. Starting with Grayson Tarlow. Cardinals looking for some insurance. Corpus Christi is keeping the pressure on. They've come back to make it a one-run game. Grayson Tarlow watches the first pitch miss, down and away, ball one.
True is Santa Barbara native. Another West Coaster out to the mound right now. Played his college ball at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
High drive to center. Sounded great off the bat, but deepest part of the yard. Sullivan backs up to make the catch.
Wrong spot to hit it, but a good piece of hitting right there. Good contact off the bat. True so far in the season, 7.5 ERA through 8 games, 12 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts to go along with 6 walks. Hitters batting .345 against him, though.
Here's Mendlinger, the leadoff man in the order, takes high ball one. True is making his Double-A debut this season. Spent the last 2 years in A-ball. 18th round pick in 2023. Originally drafted by Oakland in 2022. I like when I can still say Oakland.
I do too. Not long until we are saying Vegas at every point, but we're hanging on for the Bay Area as long as we can.
True, the 1-1. Up and away for ball two. 2 balls and a strike. Noah Mendlinger 0 for 3, lined to first base, struck out swinging, and then lined sharply to right. He's hit the ball on the screws a couple of times. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Good spot there from True. Derek pitched this fall in the Arizona Fall League, made 7 appearances for Scottsdale. Two to Mendlinger. He hits it in the air, center field. Sullivan, late jump, finally gets a read on it, and there's 2 down.
Wrong guy to hit it to on the Hooks defense tonight. Sullivan been covering ground with ease out there. Even that one, kind of a dying liner that looks like it's right at him. Finds a way to come up, makes a pretty easy play on it.
So now Yugi at the plate. Ugeto 2 for 3, a double and a home run. He's halfway to the cycle. You know, the Cardinals this season, they don't have a triple yet. They're the last team in the Texas League without a triple.
I hope you're setting us up for one right here, because this is the guy at the dish that could certainly make it happen with his wheels.
0-1 pitch. Checks his swing. Down to first base. Caden Gustafson says no swing.
It also put us in it would be tough, but you're in cycle territory at that point. One more look at it. Pretty easily held up right there.
Good
Swing checking, I think, is another thing they're working on at the replay system at a different level of the minor leagues, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it just started. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a drive. Left center. Sullivan back onto the track. He jumps. It's off the wall. Ugueto into second. He's going to speed around second, headed for third. And the relay is late. Ugueto's into third base. And we'll see if it's a triple.
I would hope so. Just like we drew it up here in the booth. No jinx from these broadcasters. I think Ugueto was a little slow to the box, so you might thought it was gone, just about an inch or two away from going out. But with his speed, he's hauling around second, sliding safely to third for, I assume, the first triple of the season, if we have confirmation.
It was ruled a triple. I mean, there seemed to be something that happened after the ball bounced off the wall, because the left fielder, Baez, was right there to get it, and I think he kind of bobbled it a little bit. And Ugueto never hesitated around second. So the official score goes triple, and now Ugueto is a single shy of the cycle.
And it's almost a shame they're in the lead. It's not, but it's probably going to be tough for him to get another at-bat unless we get a serious rally going in the 8th, or even to wrap this one in the 7th with 2 outs. But he's on the precipice either way.
So a mound visit there from the pitching coach, Zach Wilkins. Now Chase Davis digs in. 2 out. Runner at third base. Cardinals would love an insurance run. Up by only 1 run here. Davis fouls one right back off Bush, the catcher. And that one stung.
Unfortunate for that young man right there. I think a picture is saying 1,000 words about what just occurred at the dish. Replay coming for you. I think you're going to understand what we're referencing in that sense.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough. Going to be sitting on some peas tonight, maybe.
Well, Bush taking his time. Trainer Jennifer Bardalas is out there along with the manager, Ricky Rivera.
The trainer just patting him on the back. I mean, what else can you do? It's just kind of, sorry, buddy. We're just going to give you some time here.
Oh, Will Bush, he certainly looks like a gamer. Now he's got a big smile on his face. Hey, look at that. Cardinal faithful, always classy, and what a moment for Will Bush to recognize it.
That's funny.
I'm sure Chase Davis is apologizing as well. All right. 0-1. Ugueto at third base. First triple of the season for the Cardinals. How about that timing? 0-1 pitch. True deals. Swing and a miss by Davis. Chase is 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Grounded out to second in the second inning. He walked and scored in the first.
You know, we don't make too much of every moment in the minor leagues, but these are the kind of ones that separate guys that are trying to get to the next level.
Davis takes strike 3 called. And that ends the inning. Cardinals wasted 2-out triple. Ugueto. He lit this place up, but he's left at third base. On to the 8th inning, 5-4 Springfield. And hey, coming up here at Route 60 Stadium, how about Marty Prather sign man bobblehead giveaway?
The sign man, a legend of the Ozarks. Huge, huge presence with his gigantic signs at Bears games, Cardinals games, and Springfield Cardinals games.
Sullivan hits one well, deep center field. Ugueto back at the wall, and Sullivan has just tied this game. He's homered for the 3rd straight contest.
Interestingly enough, talking about the sign man, and that man puts one off the sign in dead center. That fastball, middle, a little elevated. Sullivan all over it. And we're all squared up at 5, and Doyle no longer a part of the wins and losses in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll still be waiting on that first professional win for Doyle. For the Cardinals, well, another game in which they squander a lead. Last night it was a 3-run lead late. Encarnacion swings and misses. It's 0-2. It's just been a tough start to the year for the Cardinals. They're 10-21. Certainly they've got a lot of talent on the roster. So many guys returning from last year's championship squad. But having a tough time putting just complete games together.
It's a game of streaks. Sometimes they last longer in the negative or the positive, either way. But especially when it comes to the bullpen guys, I think that's kind of been the thing this team has struggled with that they were so good about last year. Still plenty of time to turn that around, though, as well.
Little chopper to second, charged by Mendlinger. Underhand flip to take care of it.
That's also at the big league level what the Major League Cardinals have done so well. You just talk about the bullpen there. And obviously you can talk about the larger picture for them and the expectations going into this year and how they've sort of blown them away so far through the first 45 games of the season. But, you know, Riley O'Brien at the back of the bullpen there, Jojo Romero, a lot of these guys just throwing quality innings. And that bullpen has been so shut down. You know, it's kind of the opposite down here on the farm where the Spring Cards maybe jump out to a lead or in a close game late, and it just feels like the pen can't quite hold it together, which is frustrating, especially when you're kind of on a more regimented thing. You can't always turn to the same guy like they would at the top level either.
For Love, that's the third home run he's allowed this year. It's the fifth straight outing for Austin with a run given up. 1-1 the count on Tyler Whitaker. 1 out and nobody on base. Brand new ball game, tied at 5. There's a check swing. Crowd wanted it, but didn't get the call from Caden Gustafson. Well, if there's one silver lining to this game being tied now, we might see Miguel Ugueto get another chance to come up and complete the cycle.
Absolutely an opportunity. You know, he's kind of one of those guys too that with his speed, any ball put in play has a chance for multiple bases. It'd be interesting to see if he's going to hold up if he does get a chance and does get that knock.
Pitch fouled back. Two balls and 2 strikes. Love delivers. And a full count.
Crowd very much still in this game as well here. I've said it multiple times, but a beautiful night for baseball here in the Ozarks.
Payoff. A swing and a miss. Nice bounce back from Love after the home run. Weak grounder and then strikeout swinging right there.
The fastball up to 95 had been a little below that. Pretty much every other fastball he'd thrown reached back for a little something extra. Has some sugar on that thing.
Garrett Guillemette, former Texas Longhorn, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off at the plate.
Still rocking the orange gloves like he's at UT.
Helps too that it's an Astros color.
I guess. You never know. May not be burnt enough to be Texas orange.
Baseball gets loose out in deep left field. Kids playing around on the berm, so Honeyman will jog over and toss it back up. A swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2, and Love pitching angry here after giving up the game-tying homer.
That slider, 91 mile an hour.
Oh, 2 from Love. A little grounder foul. Guillemette stays alive. Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th inning will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Levinson, Page, and Honeyman. 0-2. One coming right back for our crowd mic.
They're trying to take out our audio, man. Guillemette got a bone to pick.
Heyo. There it is, that little fuzzy guy right there. That's the microphone.
And the woman behind could not believe what her eyes saw as that ball was coming right back at her.
No balls, 2 strikes. Love delivers. And another foul back. Nice battle here. Guillemette He's really giving Love all he can handle. Twilight time here in the Ozarks. Lights beginning to take full effect. Jason Schwartz, Sully Engels with you. So happy to have you along. Love the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball one.
Very pretty night here in the Queen City. Hoping for a little Springfield Cardinals W ahead of Mother's Day tomorrow.
The 1-2. Got him. Slider down and away. Guillemette chase, and Love bounces back after the home run, but that was the swing. Sullivan tying the game. New pitcher into the game for Corpus Christi. It's Julio Rodriguez from Cuba. And the Hooks have just tied the game 5-5. First time that we've been tied up since the first inning. Zach Levinson leading off. And Rodriguez, in his second appearance of this series, delivers the first pitch fastball up and away.
5.63 ERA over 8 innings. 5 runs allowed, 11 strikeouts, just 2 walks. Hitters hitting .286 against him. Second time in 6 years that there's been a Julio Rodriguez in the Texas League. The other one, pretty decent center fielder in Seattle.
Here's the 1-1. Rodriguez deals, and that pitch on the inside corner, 1-2. It's actually another Julio Rodriguez in the Texas League the last few years. Played for Springfield. Last year we saw him in the league early with Arkansas. Catcher Julio Rodriguez.
I love it. We got 3. Every other year we're getting a new one.
Pitch outside to Levinson. Yeah, and Julio Rodriguez, the catcher we're talking about, he's had a nice tour of the North Division. Last year he played for both Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas.
Well, there you go. He just loves the Ozarks, man.
The pitch outside. He played for Springfield back in 21, 22, and then went to the Tigers organization in 2023. Also played here in 2019. Here's the 0-2. Make it 3-2, beg your pardon. And Levinson lines one into left. Base hit. Second hit of the game for Levinson, who's 2 for 3.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there. 3-2, ready to hit. Gets that fastball. And as you see, just rips this one. Only 84 miles an hour off the bat, but squarely hit.
Here is Trey Page. If the Cardinals can score a run here in this 8th inning, they'd be 3 outs away from a win.
Why not, dude? Do it for the moms and the nurses here today. That's why we're playing the game.
Trey Page, 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. Cardinals have 8 hits. Hooks have 9. And that's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Julio Rodriguez picked up by the Astros back in 2024 in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft. He was originally with the San Francisco Giants. Here's his 1-1. And now 1-2.
His breaker is pretty filthy. Curveball falling off the table. I believe that was curveball right now. That's a slider. Same kind of effect there either way. For about 50 feet, looks like it's going to be up in the zone, and that thing is just dropping.
Levinson leading from first. 1-2. Travis Honeyman on deck. Down and in, and did that get him in the foot? Page certainly thinks it did. The home plate umpire doesn't say so. What's going on? Patrick Anderson, Cardinal manager, coming up the line from the third base coach's box. Trey Page immediately reacted like that hit him in the foot. Let's look at the replay here.
I think that pretty clearly gets the toe.
That'd be right there, yeah.
I mean, the ball changes direction and everything.
Definitely looked like it got Page in the toe. Patrick Anderson wants Ian Durkin to check with the other umpires, but he doesn't. Crowd's not going to like that one as they get on Ian Durkin. Durkin hasn't made a lot of friends here tonight.
Definitely not. Rarely do they. PA, man, pretty fired up about that one. He was pretty sure right away that that hit foot. Obviously, this is a big at-bat in this game.
2-2 pitch. And fouled off. I mean, look, Page reacted immediately, and I don't know that the reaction time could come that quickly on a ball that doesn't hit you in the foot.
And that's what I'm saying. Usually it's one thing to sell it, and if he was selling it, you know, get this guy in the feature film potentially, the way he's acting out there, but it looks like that touch toe.
2-2. Low and inside, ball 3, so we'll see if the baseball gods are kind to Page during this plate appearance and get him on base anyway.
They are cruel and mischievous, but occasionally they reward you for your patience at the dish.
Full count. Tie game, 8th inning. Runner at first. Here it comes. And it's inside. So Page sees a couple more pitches, works a walk. Cardinals have the go-ahead run at second base. And here's Travis Honeyman.
As is often the case in the NBA or college basketball, I believe the term is ball don't lie. Same results, took a couple different pitches. But either way, 2 on, no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. That's one of the hottest hitters in the Springfield Cardinal lineup gets ready to come to the plate.
Zach Wilkins going out for a meeting at the mound. Travis Honeyman, 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the first inning. You know, if you're just joining us, the Cardinals jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first against Corpus Christi starter Brett Gillis. Gillis settled in after that, only gave up 1 more run. That came in the 5th. That's the last run the Cardinals scored. Meanwhile, Liam Doyle dominated through the first 4 innings, gave up 2 runs in the 5th. And then the Hooks have climbed back with 3 runs against the Cardinals bullpen to tie this game. Now 2 on, nobody out. Infield thinking about a possible bunt. Honeyman squares and pulls it back, takes low. Ball 1.
Yeah, we talked about this on our last broadcast here on the Ozark CW in the Matrix Midwest, but the bunting revolution of the major leagues kind of turned a corner here. You see a lot in Tampa Bay and across the league now of teams making you field your position.
1-0 pitch. No bunt this time. Big swing and a foul back.
I, for one, big fan of the slash. Bunts are great, and a great bunt is good, but just something about the chaos of putting the ball in plays with runners going after you're faking a bunt. You know, hit and run's nice too, but it just is one of the most devastating things to get slashed on, and basically a backbreaker in a certain game in the right situation.
I love the idea of showing bunt first pitch and then taking a big rip next pitch.
Why not?
You got the infielders creeping up on you.
Let it eat, man.
Here we go, 1-1. The pitch. Chop left side. Holy charges. Goes to second. Not in time. And the Hooks are not going to be happy with that call. The Cardinals have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Interesting choice to go to second here. You know, you could take that sure out at first, but obviously close game, 5-5, bottom of the 8th. I think he just beats it. I think that's the right call on the field. Obviously no replay at this level, but the Hooks try and get that force out, set up the double play. Obviously they still got the force now, but a bases loaded, no outs, with another one of the Springfield Cardinals' hottest hitters coming to the dish, and Jeremy Rivas.
Hey, you wonder there if Holy goes to first. Does he get Honeyman? It's a tough spot. Holy was in an interesting spot yesterday where he got a ground ball with runners at first and second, a sure double play ball, and actually went to third base. And the Hooks were only able to get 1 out on the play. Probably not the right decision. So right there, the Rule it a fielder's choice. And now Rivas at the plate. Go ahead, run at third. Bases loaded, nobody out. The infield up for the Hooks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough choice right there because obviously in that situation, going back, if he could have gotten that guaranteed out, he would. But if he gets that out at second, you know, it sets up your double play here. You're in a much better spot. But now, no outs, bases loaded, and Jeremy Rivas can change this game.
Trying to extend that hitting streak to 7 games. What a spot to do it. And a ground ball through the middle. Levinson is in. Page right behind him. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. 7-5 in the 8th.
Jeremy Rivas, hitting streak to 7 games as he puts that one right back where it came from. Brings in 2 with the infield in. And the Spring Cards are back on top with a chance to add more here. Still no outs, 2 on, and a 2-run lead as Chase Adkison comes to the dish looking for that first hit in 2026.
RBIs 12 and 13 for Rivas. And there go the runners. Pitch is low, and the Cardinals just picked Julio Rodriguez's pocket.
You know, you talk about Patrick Anderson as the manager of the year. Obviously, that comes with the wins, and some of that's not out of his control. But plays like that right there show you why he's such a great manager. Catch them sleeping after a big hit, first pitch, take advantage, and you're right back in a scoring situation.
Next pitch, a swing and a miss for Travis Honeyman. Now 12 for 12 stealing bases. For Rivas, that was his 9th. And the Cardinals have insurance in scoring position. Hooks bring the infield up. 0-1 on Adkison. Ground ball up the middle. Holy's going to get there. And Adkison is out. Honeyman stays put at third.
Not going on contact at third there, even with the ball on the ground. You know, I got to think it's a tough read right there because you can't see it off the mound kind of. And Honeyman's kind of looking at something over there at third base. Can't quite tell exactly what he's checking out. Maybe that impacted the play. I think it was his glasses. He maybe couldn't see there. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Well, nobody out there. Don't necessarily need to run on contact. Now there's 1 out, infield still up. By the way, Miguel Ugueto is in the hole. If either Tarlow or Menlinger can get on base, Yugi would have a chance to come up for the cycle. He needs a single. Tarlow fouls the first one off.
Yeah, and you are spot on that. No need to press the issue for sure. Maybe I'm a little too aggressive. Maybe I'm playing too much MLB The Show 2026 and I just send it all day, every day. I guess we're going to trust PA's decision over mine. That's why he's on the field and I'm in the booth.
Tarlow 1 for 3. Infield up, second and third. The 0-1. Good breaking ball there. Curveball in for a strike, and Tarlow behind 0-2. So again, Tarlow at the plate, Menlinger on deck, then Miguel Ugueto, who's 3 for 4 with a double, triple, and a home run.
Got the hard part done.
0-2 pitch. In the dirt, good stop there by Bush. Talking about Springfield Cardinals cycles, the last player to do it was Thomas Ajaysi back in 2023, August 19th at Wichita.
Ajaysi just got the call back up to the big league club this week. Springfield Cardinals legend now, as we like to say.
1-2 to Tarlow. Rodriguez brings it home. And a swing and a miss. Tarlow going spinning after that curveball. First strikeout for Rodriguez, 2 down. And now Menlinger with runners at second and third.
That slider is pretty filthy from Rodriguez. 24 pitches in this inning for him, too. Probably rare that he sees that amount in a frame. So Menlinger been aggressive all night. We'll see how he starts this bat here.
First pitch to him. And it's down and inside. Cardinals in the bullpen have Mason Burns up. He's ready to go. So he's going to come on for the top of the 9th. Right now, as it stands, it would be a save situation. Burns picked up a save earlier this week. Two runs across in the frame, second and third, two out. Mendlinger takes a high strike.
That one pretty up in the zone. Wouldn't have been shocked there to see Noah tap the helmet, as we talked about earlier in the game. Probably something he'd like to see, but it is what it is at Double-A.
1-1 the count. Rodriguez ready, the pitch. And a foul back off Bush again. And the crowd is groaning for him. No, he is uncomfortable back there.
Yeah, Bush is really wearing it tonight. This one I think might have got him in the thigh. Obviously it was Bush's beans earlier. Tough night all around at the plate. That kind of comes with the territory as a catcher there. They sign up for that, Swarzy.
1-2. And time called by Mendlinger. Hooks having a tough time in this game with the shutdown inning. They just tied it up in the top of the eighth, crushing for them to come back in the bottom of the eighth and give up at least two so far. But Rodriguez hasn't been sharp. Now the 1-2. And Mendlinger chops it to second. Fielded there by Hernandez. Throw to first in time. Ugueto left on deck, a single shy of the cycle. Cardinals hoping he won't come up again. They rally for two. Rivas with a big base hit. And the Cardinals 3 outs away from great crowd on this Saturday night at Route 66 Stadium. 4,000 plus in attendance. And the Cardinals have given them a good show. Liam Doyle, his best start of the season. The Cardinals just now with a little 8th inning rally have taken a 7-5 lead. Mason Burns is on to try to finish off the Hooks.
The bullpen, always the issue out here, or has been this year at least. But let's see if we can shut the door here for Mason Burns. 1.76 ERA over 15 innings, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts. Hitter is batting just 167 against him. The guy you want to turn to close the door and secure at least a share, I guess, of a split of this series.
2 for 2 in save opportunities as he pumps in a strike to Baez. 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Hooks. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Slider, it's a devastating pitch from Burns. And Baez has a 1-2 count up there. He's 2 for 3, a single and a double. Cardinals trying to set themselves up with a chance to win the series tomorrow. There's a liner hit to left field into the corner. It's trouble. It's down, and Baez has his 3rd hit of the game. A sliding double, his 2nd double of the night. And the Hooks aren't going quietly.
They are not. The breaker before that's so well located, but that one just stays up. Not a great 2-strike pitch right there. They make him pay. So getting a little dicey already off the bat, but still the 2-run lead. You're trading that run for an out, no doubt about it. And still plenty of opportunities to close this game up.
Here's Alberto Hernandez, 1 for 3. And the first pitch to him, down and away for ball 1. Hernandez doubled in a run his last time up. He's got 2 RBIs in this game. Runner at second base. Cardinals have Mendlinger, the second baseman, playing up the middle. The pitch. 1-1.
Bit of a loopy slider right there, but sharp break on the end of it. But again, a little high in the zone for a pitcher's liking.
Here's the 1-1. That one in the dirt. Good stop by Tarlow.
Easy work on the block right there. That was a nice job.
Tarlow's had a good game defensively. He's thrown out a runner trying to steal.
Yeah, nice
no
little
wild
skip
pitches, no pass balls.
That's what you like to see. A clean slate.
2-1. And a slider at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Things get a little tougher after Hernandez. It's back to the top of the order. Will Bush, Max Holley, Trevor Austin. Hooks are swinging the bats well. 2-2. Ground ball to short. Runner going to try to go. Rivas throws to third, and Baez is out. Oh no, what was he thinking?
Great question. Couldn't tell you. Not the best idea there, out at second. And a great play at short right there to track him down. Really kills the rally right there for the Hooks.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Hooks still have to score 2, so still have the tying run at the plate. But now the Cardinals could end the game on a double play here as Will Bush digs in.
Will Bush. Hopefully not hit again in this at-bat. He's been through enough pain tonight.
Takes the first pitch slider, strike 1. 2 for 3, couple of singles and RBI, and he's walked. And as Sully just mentioned, he has taken his hits behind home plate as the Hooks catcher tonight. 0-1. Strike 2.
And that play at short was just such a game changer. You know, the life was kind of out of the stadium, out of that double, and just instantly zaps it back in. Now you got 1 out, 2 strikes on Bush here. A chance to put a stranglehold on this W.
7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Cards. 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Hooks. 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, kicks away. Slider going back to the backstop, and a wild pitch. So Hernandez up to second. Takes the Cardinals out of a possible double play.
Still way ahead in the count. Kind of no harm, no foul. Good attempt by the kid behind the backstop to catch that despite the net.
1-2. Right-hander delivers. A swing and a miss. He got him.
The slider has a lot of vertical break on it. You know, it almost looks like a curveball on your screen, but it's kind of falling off the table that same way. Nasty pitch right there, perfectly located. And we're 1 out away from a Spring Cards dub.
Hooks down to their final out. Max Holley at the plate. First pitch. Fastball low. Almost surprises you to see Mason Burns throw a fastball. He goes with the slider so often. Big pitcher down the stretch last year for the Cardinals in the postseason after getting called up very late in the year from Peoria. 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1.
And I don't blame him. If you got a slider like that, just keep throwing it, man. I don't know that they can hit that.
7-5 Cardinals. Top 9. The dangerous Trevor Austin lurking on deck. A swing and a miss, and the Cardinals are 1 strike away.
Another slider. Can you believe it? The fans coming to their feet. The noise amping up. 1 strike away from that dub.
Burns the 1-2. Outside. Another slider, 2-2. Cardinals with a win will go into Mother's Day tomorrow with a chance to take 4 out of 6 in this series. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Burns fired up. Cardinals get the win. Hooks kept the pressure on. But he goes with a fastball at the end of the day and blows it by Max Holley at 95.
Very sneaky. Keeps setting him up with that breaker, lulled him to sleep, and then put him to bed with the heater. Perfectly executed, 95 miles an hour.
Good to see the Springfield Cardinals out there for high fives and handshakes as they snap a little 2-game skid and take a 3-2 advantage in this series with the Hooks. Now, what a Saturday night here at Route 66 Stadium. Started with the St. Louis Cardinals started with the Cafecito, of course.
Ay, Dios mío.
And then Miguel Ugueto, big night. It's a home run to get the Cardinals scoring started. A 4-run first inning to back up Liam Doyle. Doyle was as good as we've seen him tonight.
Absolutely filthy out there. The slider working again and again, or the breaker, I should say. Some good defense out there with the hooks. A couple of balls for the fans, but it was not to be outdone. Ugueto, Doyle, and Rivas, the heroes today.
Hooks were able to come back. Cardinals were up 4-0. And that was the final out of the night for Liam Doyle. And Doyle ends up striking out a career-high 8, going to career-high 5. But the Hooks rallied back. Cardinals ultimately, though, would come back after the Sullivan game-tying home run to win it in the bottom of the 8th. Thanks so much for joining us. For Sully Engels and everybody on our crew, I'm Jason Schwartz saying good night from Springfield. Cardinals win it 7-5.